I'm Martin Eyerer. I'm DJ since 30 years. I'm a producer since more than 20 years, and I'm based in Berlin. Kling Klong Records is a label I'm running with one partner since actually more than 10 years. I think this year we have our 11th anniversary. So we're two guys running it and a few other guys involved in helping us with the business, but we're two partners. We want to bring out those few records you have in your set you really look forward playing to. You know, you play a 2-3 hour set, there's always 1, 2, 3 records you're really looking forward to drop this record. And that's the aim, to release this record. I would not put Kling Klong into a specific genre. Other people would call it maybe tech house, but it's not 100% right, I believe, because in the past we released some techno tracks as well as some deep house tracks. It's always a question of how you call it, and we just released music we both like, my partner and me, Rainer, and every record we release has to be played by us and we really both like it. It could be even production for myself, and if Rainer is not really 100% liking it, we wouldn't release it as it is. Maybe we would work on it or something else, but that's actually very simple, but that's how it is. Obviously we're looking for tracks, they have something that touches us. It could be from the production side, or there's a special sample or a topic inside, but at least something that makes it special, and we have the feel we really want this record. We never do release music just because we need a release. That we would rather make a break, say okay, this month no Kling Klong out. Since we have a long history right now, we have more than 100 releases on Kling Klong and 10 years. What are the main figures on the label? Of course, I'm the most constant factor there because I release really since day one. But we had many artists in the last 10 years, and it's kind of funny when I put a best of 10 years compilation together as well, what we released, to see names they're really working big time now. We had them on our label already long ago, like Nicole Moderber or Oliver Koletsky, or really many Jay Lumen, for instance, whatever. Some names I really even forgot. At the moment we have a pretty cool posse together. Our key artists are Ninetoes, who released a huge hit on our label called Finder, and it was like, I think 2 years in a row, the most played track on Ibiza, and it hit some even sales charts. Even the track is kind of a crossover record. It's played by very credible underground artists as well as commercial people like it. So he's one of the guys we have very, like, as a outgoing figure for the label next to myself. But then there's a lot of guys we have for long term. For instance, Ninetoes, who had also really well working records with us. Back in the days we released a lot of Oliver Klein, who lately didn't just supply us with new material, but we always get back to those guys asking from time to time, hey, we have something we can release. We had a huge hit from Kaiser Disco that was a #1 also in the Beatport chart, and it was all over the place. They just recently did a remix for a new record of mine. So yeah, there's lots of guys we had all the years working with us. Mainly it's like with any label, you have your friends, you respect them. Markus Homm, for instance, is one of them. Mihai Popoviciu lately, he's gonna come up with a new release on the label. So that's basically the philosophy behind the figures.
I know Martin Eyerer from Stuttgart, actually, and in 2012 I produced my first electronic single, my first house music single, and I didn't know what to do with it. I met him in front of one of the clubs in Stuttgart, and I said to him, like, hey, I made a house track. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe you do masterings. Maybe you can master it, and maybe I can send it to some labels. So she said, yeah, sure. Just give it to me. I will listen to it and I will master it for you. I sent it to him. He mastered it. He gave it back to me. And then 2-3 days later, he was like, okay, what's the deal with the single? What's going on with the track? I said, I don't know. There's no label. No one was responding to me. I don't know what to do. And then he was like, okay, let's do it on Kling Klong. And for me, Kling Klong was like okay, it's like tech house, techno, and this is like a proper house track, and it's not really fitting. But he was like, no, 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 just do it on Kling Klong. I think it's a good record. I said, okay, let's do it. No expectations at all, no. So it came out in 2013, April, first on vinyl. And the second week it was like on #1 on every DJ.de, Dex.de, everywhere was on #1. We were like, okay, what the hell? And then the Ibiza season started in May, and end of May. And every day when I woke up, some friends, they sent me like pictures, videos, voice messages like, oh my God, I just saw Luciano playing your track, or Carl Cox was playing your track, blah, 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 was playing your track. I was like, what the hell, you know? And then, yeah, and it was the biggest track on in 2013 in Ibiza. So I knew when the season ends in 2013, a lot of things will change for me. So, and Rainer, the other guy from Kling Klong, he also told me on the telephone, like, listen man, when the season is over, your life will change, definitely. I said, okay, let's see. And from October 2013 till now, I'm just touring worldwide and playing all around the world, and it's crazy.
To be here in Berlin influenced myself big time, and so on the second line it's influenced definitely also what we do on the label, I'm very sure. On the first page it didn't make a big difference for the label, because Kling Klong has never been really related to a city or to a location, I'm pretty sure. There's other labels, they're much more like known for Berlin. I think Kling Klong is not. But I'm here, I'm part of the scene of the city now. We have a studio complex with 24 studios. We have high-profile artists here. We have over 40 artists with us. So of course it's influencing you. It gives you a kind of an even wider networks. There's input. Maybe this or that guy gives you a record. Hey, do you want to bring it out? So definitely it affected the label, but myself and me personally, it affected huge, because my whole business changed. And everybody's here meeting up. It's just awesome. I think musically, it sounds maybe strange. The highlights of the past 11 years are, by sales, we would say it was some of the first records with Oliver Koletsky, big hits. Then I had 2 or 3 records that were really, really well selling. Then we had the Kaiser Disco track I mentioned before, the Finder track we had before. But when I put this best of together and I went not only through the names, I went through all the releases, I figured there's so much stuff I still really like. And it gave me a really good feeling, because sometimes you check out old stuff and then you think, ah, nah, that's really, I don't know. But I didn't have this feeling with Kling Klong, nearly never. I would say there's maybe 2 or 3 releases, I would call them weak or something, but the rest is pretty rock solid stuff still. I would say we have a lot of music that is kind of timeless. That's what I figured also.